The 2022 Diocesan Liturgical Workshop will get underway at the St. Martin's Retreat Center, Mount St. Irvans from August 25th to 28th. Members of the Diocesan Liturgical Committee are going all out to ensure effective execution of the program and by extension that the workshop can be a tremendous success following a 2-year hiatus.
We thought that it would be a good thing to reintroduce the liturgical workshop.
Okay.
Right. Because as we mentioned earlier on, that it has been part of the diocese before. We haven't had it in a while. So we thought it's a good opportunity to reintroduce the workshop or the liturgy school. The second that inspired that action was that of the synod consultations. And coming out of that, there are a number of issues that came out that speaks to the quality of our liturgies. And we thought it's a good time to at least take the first step to helping to address some of those issues. The liturgical workshop is to help us to prepare well to worship, to celebrate, to enter into that liturgy. So whether you're a reader, or I would say lector, or you're an altar server, or you are a choir member, you prepare. And with preparation, you'll be doing or providing the best of who you are, as much as possible.
The workshop seeks to attract a wider cross-section of persons engaged in liturgical planning, especially men and members of the various youth ministries.
We would also go further into, for example, from the synod, there were some specific areas that were highlighted. Children liturgy, youth liturgy. We will have a workshop on those two. Right? So these, just to name an introduction to give some of it as we go on. It has to be a collaboration between the parish priest, the lay leaders, and everyone in the community, and as well as those who perform various ministries. We cannot do it alone. And that's the kind of transformation. We're working together as a team. Both of the texts that we're using highlight building a strong team in order to have effective liturgies. And to actually, and not just effective liturgies, but the focus is on returning to what the mission of the church is.
David Hopkin, who was a guest on Wednesday's Tete-a-Tete program, outlined key components of the workshop.
Father Joseph, together with one of the coaches from Divine Renovation, would present to the liturgy school on how to revive or transform the parish. And one of it is to do with leadership. The key to enhancing our liturgies, we have to have intentional and good leadership, first of all. So that will be the first presentation, and we will focus on helping parishes to build their liturgical teams, right? To be able to plan effectively for liturgies. Then we go with the second feature presentation will be by Father Hugh Logan on the text Rebuilt.
Okay.
And it's another program that it's closely aligned to Divine Renovation, but it will focus on 4 of its elements. Again, I will share that later on. Yes, definitely. It's on my notes to get to. And there again, we focus on a particular element, which is the Sunday experience.
The
Sunday experience. Now, we coined that into the liturgical experience. Now, we hear a lot that most people turn up to church on Sundays. Nothing happens during the week. We just turn up on Sunday morning. The idea is, how can we create that experience on Sundays or on the weekends, such that it inspires persons to not just come again, but to actively participate in the life of the parish.
The Diocesan Summer Liturgical Workshop will be held under the theme Rejuvenate, Rebirth, Revitalize, and Rebuild to enhance and celebrate our liturgies.
So hospitality is the key. Then the message, the homily. So we will also have a panel discussion on homiletics.
Okay.
And the idea behind that is to help persons to understand the importance of the homily and the breaking of the word. Now, we have also a trend. Now that we have limited priests, you have lay people having to do services and so on.
Yes.
They would gain some skills
Yes.
in how to prepare homily and so on. Sharing, as it is sharing. Yeah. And the third one is music.
Yeah.
Music is key to the Sunday experience. Now, the idea throughout the workshop, music will be highlighted. The first presentation is on Thursday night, where we'll focus on music from the perspective of it is God's work, as you mentioned when we say liturgy, God's working through us with our skills and our talents. And so we'll focus on that, and we'll culminate that night with a very impactful adoration and benediction.
Okay.